Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and can you believe it? We actually have some Vanguard gameplay, which is being shown on your screen right now. So this comes from Gamescom. Gamescom is currently going on, and there, they decided to show a campaign level, or at least part of a campaign level, from Vanguard called Stalingrad. And as you guys can see, we now have official gameplay of Call of Duty Vanguard. It's not multiplayer. The official multiplayer reveal will be on September 7th. But for right now, we get a look at the game. We also get a look at some very important features, such as blind fire, as well as mounting and moving while mounting, as well as gameplay with guns like the STG-44 and the Kar 98K. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check out the blind fire mode here real quick. So this is blind fire. This is going to be the mechanic that is new to Call of Duty this year. And as you guys can see, it's pretty much like we anticipated it being. It's kind of like Gears of War, where you're hiding behind cover, you pop your gun up, and you kind of inaccurately shoot towards your enemies. And this has a lot of people worried, myself included, because, one, what does it add to the gameplay, right? What is the reason for this being here? Like, does it make Call of Duty more fun that you can hide behind cover and blind fire over a table? I don't think so, at least for players like myself and probably a lot of you guys out there. If you're kind of like a campy player, then maybe you'll enjoy this kind of mechanic. But also, I have to wonder how accurate it's going to be. Leaks and rumors are suggesting right now from industry insiders that the accuracy of blind fire is going to differ based on the weapons that you're using. So I would imagine something like a sniper rifle, for example, is going to be very inaccurate, whereas something like a shotgun will be a bit more easy to do because of the inherent spread that a shotgun has. But then again, watch me be wrong. Watch the new montage standard be going for like collaterals and triples while blind firing. Watch that be the new thing. Who knows? But moving along here, we have mounting, right? As you guys can see, mounting is back from Modern Warfare 2019, but here we also see a little bit of gameplay of this new move while mounting feature, which is also a bit like Gears of War. It's like everyone at Sledgehammer Games spent the past couple years playing Gears and thought, how can we make Call of Duty more like Gears? And so, as you guys can see, you go up there, you mount up against the wall, and then you can move and strafe around while you're mounted. So again, what does that do for the gameplay? How does this make COD better, making it so people can not only still mount, but move around while mounting? Like, I don't know. You guys are like people are pointing it out in the comments. So you're watching me slowly devolve into insanity as we learn more and more about Vanguard. Like initially it's like, Vanguard looks sick. And it's like, this is kind of concerning. Then it's like, okay, this is bad. And now the more and more we keep learning, the titles of my videos keep just changing because it's like, I don't know what they're thinking here. I really don't. And we have some bad news, guys. Now, it's important to say that Sledgehammer has already come out and they've said that they are going to be very open to consumer feedback this year, like they have every year pretty much. Looking back at Call of Duty World War II, they did a fantastic job of listening to the community and working with the community to make the game better, and as a result of listening to that player feedback, Call of Duty World War II became an incredible game, especially after a couple of updates. But as of right now, it's not officially confirmed, but it's been mentioned by the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost, as well as Modern Warzone, who are people that typically see this stuff early. They've said that the minimap within Call of Duty Vanguard will be like Modern Warfare 2019, in that it will not show unsuppressed enemies firing. So if you're not using a suppressor and you're just firing your STG-44, you're not going to show up on the minimap for the other team, and vice versa, which was one of the most controversial changes that they actually made with Modern Warfare 2019. Like, a working minimap is huge for COD. That's how COD's always worked. It's kind of what makes COD an arcade shooter. It seems like this year they want to go with this like almost realistic route where we're blind firing over tables and moving around while we're mounting, and we're not showing up on minimaps because what's the point of a minimap? Use your compass. It's like, Call of Duty's not that. It's never been that. Stop trying to make it that. But I guess we'll see. I will say the footage you guys are watching right here doesn't look as good as it should, because this is, of course, a downloaded 1080p YouTube video. YouTube already compresses down the footage, then I download it from YouTube, and then from there that compresses it even more. So the graphical fidelity is not perfect. Obviously, this is a default console FOV, which PC gaming has ruined me. I can't. It honestly makes me a bit nauseous watching gameplay that's like this close up. But the FOV slider will be there on PC. We don't know about console as of right now. As of right now, the FOV slider is not within the Champion Cell Alpha, which is set to start in just a couple of days' time. So in a couple of days, obviously, I have a PlayStation. I will be playing the Champion Cell Alpha. I'll be testing it out, trying out the guns, trying out the new mechanics, trying to learn the new game mode, which is like 2v2v2v2 in a tournament-style environment. I'm not too keen on the game mode itself. I'm more interested in, and everyone's like making fun of my day one PS4 and me playing the game on. Like I don't care what my gen engine does as long as it runs the game. That's all I care about. I'm more focused. I don't care if I do well. I'm more focused on like testing out gameplay mechanics and checking out different aspects of the game itself. I'm more interested in the design philosophy of Call of Duty Vanguard as compared to like whether or not I have a 10 KD while playing an alpha that means nothing. So I'm interested to try out the game. I can't wait to actually give it a proper go. I'm just saying that based on what we learned so far, it sounds like they're going for a more gritty, realistic approach, but at the same time, we're going to have like pink tracer rounds and crazy weapon variants at launch, and it goes back to that typical Call of Duty identity crisis that they have every single year, which typically leaves fans wanting more and leaves a lot of other fans spending a lot more. So the idea, really quickly, just to recap this, is it seems like every year Call of Duty has this identity crisis where if they're doing a game like Black Ops Cold War, for example, which is set in the Cold War, and then Call of Duty Vanguard, which is set in World War II, that the game has to be super gritty and realistic and down to earth at launch because that's what we want, right? And as a result, all the in-game rewards for leveling up and unlocking things and camos and all that, they're all really boring because they're like, wait, we can't have fun camos in this game. It's World War II. It's supposed to be gritty. And then a couple months later, they start releasing some insane weapon variants in the shop, which are not realistic or gritty or whatever. They're just cool, and you have to pay for those. Whereas things you actually earned are like, no, you have to pay for the cool stuff. If you want to play a World War II game, you have to pay for the cool shit, and the stuff you actually unlock is going to be boring because it's supposed to be realistic. But at the same time, we're going to talk out of both ends of our mouth and make it so the stuff you earn is realistic, but the stuff that you can buy is actually super cool. Like, it's just their way of like screwing over the player base almost and forcing people to want to buy more things in the shop. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. Call of Duty is not a realistic game. It's never meant to be a realistic game. It's an arcade shooter. It's supposed to be just like run and gun fun, but they keep trying to change it, and for some reason they're doubling down on the idea that Modern Warfare 2019 was a great foundation for the Call of Duty franchise going forward. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how things are going to play out. Now, I could play the entirety of this footage for you guys, but honestly, it's the campaign. You see somebody slowly walking through the level, shooting at like recruit level enemies, and then, I showed you the important things. I mean, the graphics, again, look good. The outdoor environments look cool. I mean, the game itself does look fantastic. I know the footage doesn't exactly represent that, but the game does actually look very good. I think a lot of people misinterpret looking at a World War II setting as the game not looking very good. I mean, it's set in World War II, so obviously the uniforms aren't going to be as grandiose as what you see in a game like Modern Warfare 2019. The helmets are different, the buildings are different, the environment is going to look different because it's set in the 40s, for crying out loud. But actually, like, graphically, it's a pretty awesome art style. I do like that, and I'm excited to see what the actual multiplayer is going to be like. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So today we got our first look at blind fire as well as mounting and strafing while mounting. And reportedly the minimap is not going to be a normal minimap, but rather like Modern Warfare 2019's. As always, I'll keep you all posted as we learn more about this game. The Champions Alpha, like I said, is set to begin in just a couple of days, so expect videos on that. And if we get more information about the game between now and then, expect even more videos here on the channel. I'm covering absolutely everything in regards to Call of Duty Vanguard. And one final note, I want the game to be good. I'm not sitting here just to be like, oh, I hate the game. The game doesn't look good. This, that, or the other thing. I'm just reporting the news as it comes out and giving my opinion based on the information that is currently available to us. I'm not here to say the game's going to be great. I'm not here to say the game's going to be awful. I'm just reporting what we know as of right now. And what we know as of right now is the game seems like Modern Warfare 2019 with a World War II coat of paint. I hope I am wrong. I think we all hope I am wrong, at least a lot of us. And again, as always, I will cover every bit of news and information as we get there. But for right now, I'm going to wrap up this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a like. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.